And now it's time for Money Matters. Today we're talking about what you should do if you suddenly get a large amount of money.
Matt Dicken, CEO and founder of Strategic Wealth Designers, joins us. Matt, it seems like, that'd be a great thing to have happen, right? But sometimes people quickly run into trouble when they get a hold of a large amount of money.
They
right?
do. It's an exciting time, but it can also be very, very stressful. The main thing here is to be very, very careful who you start to take advice from. A lot of times friends and family may be coming in and thinking that they're helping, but it really is best to work with some sort of outside advisor. And typically you want to work with a fiduciary, someone that has to act in your best interest, so there's no conflicts of interest in the advice that they're giving.
And you can avoid a lot of problems that way, I'm sure.
Correct.
What's second on your list of things to be careful of?
Well, you need to make sure that you don't get overextended. As soon as you have, say, some sort of an inheritance or a lottery win or something like that comes in, you don't want to start making promises and, paying off everybody's bills and committing to paying for college education for the entire family. We've actually had clients that have ended up in the hospital due to stress when they've won the lottery because everybody in the immediate family and extended family starts coming out asking them to pay for things.
And they're new best friends.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So it's good to do nice things for the friends and for your family, but you've got to set priorities and try and keep it maybe as quiet as you possibly can as well.
The cousins you haven't heard from in 15 years, right?
You'll meet them again. That's right.
Let's talk about another thing that we should discuss, home ownership these days.
Mm-hmm.
You hear, and particularly we talk to people in the newsroom, it's like, should you own, should you rent? Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Well, of course, long term, it's always better to own your home. And again, this is an important issue when you come into a large inheritance or, again, a lottery win, something like that. You don't want to get overextended. Maybe you can afford to put a down payment on a nice house or maybe even pay it off up front, but you really need to consider the ongoing costs of utilities, taxes, insurance, things of that nature. So maybe you can afford it today, but once this big lump sum is gone, what are you going to do about the carrying costs?
Once you have a plan in place, how often should you revisit that?
Well, it depends on if you have any major life changes, such as getting married or having a child, retiring, things of that nature. But I would say at a bare minimum, you need to really analyze your plan at least once a year. Hopefully more often than that, but at least once a year.
Okay, thanks so much. Great ideas, good info as always, and learn more ways to make your money matter on WKYT.com.
And if you have something you want us to discuss, send an email to news@WKYT.com. We'll talk about it here.